What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking another trip down the toy aisle, and today we're going to be talking about WWE Basic Series 4. We're flying through these so far. We're doing one a week, but I hope you guys enjoy this video, so join me down the toy aisle. Alright, so the first figure in Basic Series 4 is none other than Dolph Ziggler. This attire is supposedly from June 28th, 2009 from The Bash, or the Great American Bash. And, man, it's kind of generic, I'm not going to lie. This is, I don't know if we've seen these legs before in basic form. These could possibly be singlet legs with the mold there at the bottom. They could possibly be singlet legs, but I don't know. It has the DZ on the back. It's kind of boring, honestly. He always had the leopard print or the cheetah print on the wrist and the hands back in the day. Those look good. Here's a better version of it, or a better picture of it in package. Looks pretty good. The head scan is immaculate. I think the head scan honestly held up until probably about 4 or 5 years ago. This head scan was really good for that time period, and I'd love to see how Mattel attempted it nowadays. Dolph is not under contract. He's currently in TNA, but it would be nice to see this. But this figure isn't bad, but knowing the Dolph Ziggler figures that we get down the line, this one is a little bit of a letdown. But it is nice to get it, once again, another first time in the line for the Basic Series, or the Mattel line in general, to be honest with you. Oh, and of course, all of the figures are still coming with the 1 of 1,000 chase with the commemorative belts. They're numbered. It has the name of the person on there. Yeah, you guys know the deal. The next figure in the line is Goldust. This one's actually pretty cool. I forgot that Goldust was with the company in 2010. That's interesting. This gear, though, is from March 13th, 2006. It's an episode of Raw. This Goldust is actually pretty good. I don't know how the photos, they don't come across too crisp on Wrestling Figure Database, but that's a beautiful gold and black. Well, of course, they're all gold and black, but this one looks really good. Yeah, man, this is a solid. If you're a Goldust fan, it's an easy pickup. If you're a completist on the Rhodes family, easy pickup. I still think this is better than the Jazzwares Dustin Rhodes figures, even though it's a basic. That's just my personal preference. But man, this looks really good. The head sculpt is also pretty good. I don't know how well you can see that because of the blurriness of it, but it looks so good. And it has the Goldust across the shoulders and the back. It's a solid figure. My favorite Goldust figure that ever came out was honestly probably his Elite 36. That was a really good figure with like the flame face paint going across the face. It was really good. It was a screaming head. Such an underrated figure. Like I said, I didn't watch Goldust in the Attitude Era, so that was the version of Goldust that I actually knew. But this is a really solid figure. Definitely would stand out on the shelves for sure. Once again, though, another first time in the line. And then we're going to kick it over to North Carolina. We have Matt Hardy. This is from WrestleMania 25. This is the gear that he wore when he went against Jeff. It was the brother versus brother match. And did we get this figure in Elite form? This exact attire? I think we did. Other than that, though, this head scan is really good. I felt the hair was an awkward length, because I always remember Matt with a ponytail or like even longer hair. But I do like this one a lot. This is a solid figure, especially for a basic. And I've started trying to be a completist on the Hardy Boys figures because they are just so good. So the Elite that I'm thinking of is in Elite Series 2. And if I'm putting it side by side, I guess I got it pulled up on my phone. These are the exact same attires, except in that head scan, Matt has a ponytail. Whereas here you have the hair down. It'd be interesting to see the side of the gear. I think we could tell a little more there. And maybe, yeah, no, this is almost identical. That's actually really cool. So if you missed out on the Elite Matt Hardy earlier in the year, you have the basic Matt Hardy depicting the same match. It's one of the cooler matches, honestly, as a diehard Jeff Hardy fan, like anybody in 2008, 2009. Matt was the ultimate bad guy. And it's a really solid figure. Looks really good. And it still holds up. I like this Matt Hardy head scan. I just like the longer hair look. And then you can't have Matt Hardy in the the late 2000s without having MVP. Their tag team and their rivalry were great. Weren't they a tag team? I think they won the titles together. Yeah, I could be drawing a blank. This is from May 4th, 2009, Raw. This is the black and silver attire that we all know and love for MVP. Now, he has already had an elite at this point. I believe it's in the black and blue gear. This elite, or this basic, would have been a must-have until the Ruthless Aggression line. We got this MVP in Wave 6, and that's all you need to know. That's the figure to go buy. I think I bought like 2 or 3 of them because I love that figure. Actually, I think I overpaid for one on Walmart so I could get it before it hit stores because I wanted that attire so bad. Like, everybody thinks of the black and silver MVP attire. So that's a really nice pickup. As far as from back in the day, it holds up. It really does. It's a solid basic. Of course, you got the single jointed arms and legs. That's to be expected. But man, this could be the same leg mold as the Dolph Ziggler. Possibly. I don't know how the muscle definition is on the Ziggler, but it is the same sculpt that it would use. So that would be interesting to have those like actually side by side in hand and compare. But this MVP is solid, but definitely go pick up the elite of this attire because it even has like more deco hits, of course, with the protect this ring down the arm being a lot more legible. Has the correct gloves. The MVP on the back looks better. Yeah, go pick up the elite of this figure. And then it's time for a little bit of heartbreak with Shawn Michaels from December 3rd, 2007. This is an episode of Raw. I could be wrong, but we might have gotten this attire in elite form. We might have gotten this attire. Other than that, though, I have always hated this head scan. I think it looks god-awful. It looks like he's sniffing paint or huffing paint. Like, it looks bad. I don't like that at all. Let me do some quick research real quick to see if he had an elite in this exact attire. I stand corrected. He did not have an elite in this attire, but he did have elites in a lot better attires than this. Maybe you have some like attachment to this one. I remember having a figure back in the day from Jax with this attire, I believe. But it's a solid Shawn Michaels. I think it's one you can easily pass on, especially knowing what's in the pipeline from here. Like, I would pass on this one. It's a bust for me. That's just me. That's me. Then the last figure in the line is the natural heel, William Regal. William Regal was a pretty big bad guy in 2008. This is from November 3rd, 2008. This is the year he won King of the Ring as well. It's a solid head scan. I would put, of course, the elite head over this one. Duh. Because there's longer hair, a little more face detail, but this one works really good. I love the simplicity, and I can't believe I'm saying that about a ring attire. It has like a nice regal look to it with the black and the gold. Looks really good. It even continues on to the back and the sides. Then it has the same design on the boots. Those look good too. Nice, simple, sleek design. It's really hard to go wrong. It's a solid William Regal figure. Now, his elite is by far his best Mattel figure, but the older version of him that is the new Build-A-Figure where he's like NXT general manager, it's a really good figure as well. And I definitely want to pick that one up at some point when I get my hands on the 4 figures that I need to complete him. But that is WWE Basic Series 4. Definitely let me know what you guys think down in the comments. For me, if I was a kid in 2010, I would have been picking up this Regal MVP. Well, no, because I would have had the Elite that came out earlier in the year. I would have picked up Goldust and Dolph Ziggler. So I would have picked up half the wave if I had things my way in 2010. But that's just my opinion. So let me know what you guys would have picked up back in the day. Let me know what you'd pick up now, 15 years later. Let me know down in the comments below. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.